1, 2, 3, kick it. Oh no, that's a great start, isn't it? When you have a Google freeze. Back in it.
Lockdown. Stay safe. Lockdown. Keep well. Keep safe. Lockdown. Stay home. Stay safe. Lockdown. What you gotta do now? Lockdown. 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 What to tell you now? Lockdown. Lockdown. What you gotta do?
Yes, welcome to your Music Live Lockdown edition. I've had that song in my head all week. That is Lockdown by our buddy Tim Osborne. Tim didn't submit that for the show because we played that about 20 shows ago, but I wanted to play it here today because it is pretty relevant because here in Adelaide, South Australia, we've had a wee bit of a cluster pop up. So we are locked down for 6 days. So I am here in the studio. You might be saying, Pete, is that any different to what you normally do? Not really, apart from the fact that the kids aren't at school and, there's a few other things going on around the place. But, I hope you're all doing well. This is Your Music Live. This is our show where we showcase music from the Studio Live Today community. We are here a day early. So normally we do this show on Friday afternoon or Friday evening for many of you. What is Saturday morning for me? It is Friday morning here. But what better way to kick off the weekend than with some music and some music from the Studio Live Today community. So we'll jump in and get cracking in just a moment here. I'm just going to make sure everything's set up. I'm trying out some overlays. So I have down here where you can actually submit music. Yeah, Pete at studiolivetoday.com, subject of YML, and just give me 1 or 2 sentences about your song. We have a pretty full a range of songs already today, so it may be for next week's show. And yeah, there you go. Your Music Live brought to you by, I can't get the things right, studiolivetoday.com, which is your one-stop shop for all things home studio, home recording. We talk about a lot of things. We do tutorials, we do live streams, and we do this show here every week on the channel. All the songs that we'll be playing here today will be linked down below. In fact, that's something I should do right now before we kick off. We're going to put Tim Osborne's Lockdown and link it there so that if at the end of the show you're like, hey, I really dig that particular song, then you can circle back and take a listen to it again. And I recommend you do so. Let's come down here and get started, shall we? I'm going to jump in with a song that was shared to me this week. This is from an artist here in Australia. Shout out to my friends in Australia up in Queensland. This is my buddy Matt, and he has his artist name is Maffy's Garden. He's a gardener come musician and creator, and he creates some really cool music, and we're going to play his latest tune here. This is a demo of Wish You Were Here, and it's not sure it'll be the final version, but I think it's sounding okay, says Matt. He's Australian, so he's going to be a little bit, he's going to make sure that no tall poppies around here, eh? So we'll jump in and take a listen to this one. This is your Wish You Were Here demo by Maffy's Garden. Let's take a listen to it here on Your Music Live.
Wanna live, don't wanna die now. Loving all the things about you. Guess I'm living on a high now. Smiling while I'm driving. Found your hair in my bed. Now I wish you were here. Found your words in my breath. Now they're stuck in my head. You can look all my lies now. Loving all the things about you. Just can't get you
There you go, Maffy's Garden with "Wish You Were Here." And before anyone else pulls you up on it, Matt, it's an H in there. I'm assuming it's not "Wish You Were Here," "Wish You Were Here." So again, I know that there's some folks who like to get the grammar and the spelling going on. So yes, "Wish You Were Here," Maffy's Garden, really cool. Mark says sounds different. I like this. Stu, great track. I dig it. Hello to you, Jean Renats. Like it. Yeah, it's very Australian 90s kind of rock vibe. So that's what Matt's been doing, and the sort of as well, chat's just gone flying by. As Benny says, cool vibe, nice track. Yeah, I like the lyrics and I like the way it just kicks along. Tom says the vocals may be a tad too far forward in the mix, but otherwise very good. Yeah, probably could just mix it in a little bit and bring the vocals down a little bit, Matt. Funnily enough, I think Matt's early songs, I used to tell him, hey, you need to bring the vocals up a bit more. And now, bringing it down. SM Borthwick says, can't help thinking I've heard a more completed version. Yeah, Matt, you may have you emailed this one to me. I'm not sure if you've shared a more completed version of it. But yeah, nicely done, and thank you for kicking us off. Now, can you confirm that the audio is okay now? Rookie move, I was interviewing Jakob Hack, which was really, really cool, really fun interview this morning, and I had the echo cancellation on for the interview, and I've turned it off, and we're back to stereo, so everything should be coming through a lot better now. But the levels do seem a little bit low. So let me know. We'll play another tune, and you can let me know if it's coming through okay. Apologies to Tim, whose first song we played would have sounded a bit flat, but we have played it before. So we will continue on here. Let's find some more tunes. We're going to go back in time and go back to this one. Yes. Now, this is an artist that we heard on the show a couple of weeks back. They got a really good reception back then, and we're going to play a follow-up tune from the artist called Roux'd. Roux'd spelled ROUX''D, which I think is cool. Not so cool for search engine optimization and for folks being able to find you, but a cool name for a band, yeah? Roux'd. So let's bring this one on up. Boom. And let's play this. This is a tune by Roux'd. It's called Fall in Love, and let's play it on Your Music Live.
And I know I'll never fall in love. We met on a time, and I know that it just wasn't right. You were getting over him. Broken hearts can never win. And I know I'll never fall in love. Not with someone just like you. And the pain is evident for what you've been put me through. There were days when you cried, and I know you were deep inside. Better days on the way. Who was I to take the blame? You said, don't despair. Love will come when the grieving starts. Open doors, open hearts. That's what you said. Now I'm falling apart. No one bites the dust. And I know I'll never fall in love. Not with someone just like you.
There you go. Roux'd with Fall in Love. I'm now a Roux'd fan. As Dr. Zord says, which always makes me think of Dr. Zoidberg, catchy. Yeah, I like it. Benny Sandu likes it. Nice production and performances from Jade. Solid tune and catchy. Yeah, pro level production. SM Borthwick, pro level production, and video. Exactly. Nice vocals going on there. Arena and hair rock style. Yeah, it just hits you in the face and doesn't stop. I like that about a song where, I'm a sucker for a nice sort of build up and intro and then peak and then fall away. But when a song just kicks in, hits you in the face and doesn't stop, that's really cool, right? Yeah, like the vibe. Exactly. Oh, too many folks saying too many things, which is a good thing. Yep. Very cool music video. Good one. Very professionally done, both the song and the video. Indeed. And the chorus kicks in really well, doesn't it, Peter? I agree. The whole package there. Big pop tune. Nice one indeed. Mark says, yes, the level is a little low. All right, cool. We'll pump it and bump it a little bit so that we've got a little bit more level coming in here. Will give me a little bit more there. And check. 1, 2. Hopefully that'll come through. I'll make sure that the music comes through as long as you can hear me. Okay, then we'll get happening. Alrighty, let's move on here and find some more tunes to play. So I'll move that to our done pile, and not dung pile, done pile. There's a big difference there. I'm just trying to find the next tune on our list here. That's not it. How about this one? Yeah, let's take a look at this one. This is it says okay, we've got here's a link to a music video. I created everything through GarageBand. It's about a woman who decided was the one, but she slipped out the arm somehow and is finding the road back to her. It's also in the third person of a rap bot. The video was filmed in PNW, Bellevue, Washington. There you go. See, that's what I like. Give me some information. Give me some insights into the video if you're going to submit a song, because it means that we can talk about it and I can give a little bit of info about what's going on here. So let's take a listen to this. This is Matthew Pacheco featuring J.O. and it's YCR. Let's give it a spin, shall we, here on Your Music Live.
Greetings, rap bot.
You fell from heaven like a meteor. I cracked the shell that revealed the pearl, but it came with no tutorial. I haven't seen someone like you before. You're on my radar like a Doppler. I am your neighbor, call me State Farm, but you slipped out my arm like I twist my ankle. Out my hand like a hot potato. But ever since then, you was the chosen one up in my ozone. Girl, you got my attention. Yeah, you're my yellow colored rose. If you want that high, I'm that oxygen. Cut from a different cloth than other men. But if you looking for normal, I ain't them. But I have stretched arms if you need saving.
How cool is that? Yeah, I didn't expect the rap to come on in either. And it's got roses in it. Solid. Sold. Yeah, sold. Absolutely. Very nice. Really like the beat and the delivery. Yeah, right? Just sat in the pocket. It's a head bobber for the win. And drone footage, how can you go wrong? Okay, well done drone footage. How can you go wrong? Yeah, very well recorded. Levels are sweet. Yeah, everything just popped, didn't it? It just hit nicely. Just goes to show GarageBand can do everything. I think someone made a comment there. This is GarageBand? It's like, yeah, this is GarageBand. I've also realized I've done my little thing, and Your Music Live is going to get covered up. I might fix it during the show, but for future reference, we'll shift the Your Music Live over a bit. Sorry, just editing show notes as we go along. But yeah, really nicely done. I like that. And SM Borthwick says the good deep bass in there, very nicely done. Enjoy the little vinyl crackles. Yeah, there's a lot going on in there, wasn't there? Again, I forget to critique because I'm too busy listening and digging the vibe. But yeah, that was a song that kept you guessing and you didn't quite know where it was going. And that to me is the sound, is the losing my words today. See, I'm a day early, so I'm not used to talking this much on a Friday. That is the sign of a good song, when it keeps you guessing and you don't quite know where it's going. And I'm seeing the video going on over here, and it keeps going on, and it looks really cool. Have a drink. No, it's not that sort of day where we're drinking anything but water. Hello, Metalhead Hippie. Hope you're doing well. Deep Gravity's dropping on in. Hello to you as well. Surprisingly good. And look, that's the thing. I was talking to Jakob Hack today when I was interviewing him, and I was talking about different styles of music. And the first couple we played, like Maffey's Garden gets a leave pass with me because it sounds like 90s indie rock, and that's what I grew up on. So I'm always going to like that. But someone produces a track like that really pops, then I'm right there with it. So Matthew Pacheco, well done, my friend. Thank you for sharing your tune. Appreciate it. Let's jump on in. This is one that we're sort of playing catch up here. This is one that came through last week. We didn't get a chance to give it a spin. It's our buddy Vincent. Vincent Beau says, "Hi Pete, if you'd like to consider this song for the show, I will, and we're about to play it. The video was recorded while I was cycling around my area." You folks are doing it with the videos, right? I got to lift my video game. As you can see, the streets are pretty empty these days. I hear you, brother. The streets here are pretty empty. Not that I can see the streets because we are so heavily locked down. It's the biggest lockdown in Australia thus far. We can leave the house once a day to go to the supermarket for essential supplies, and that's it. Anyway, this isn't about me. This is about you because it's your music live. So let's jump in and take a listen to this one. It's a tune from our buddy Vincent Beau, and it's called Dedicated. Let's give it a spin here now on Your Music Live.
The storefront on the corner where everyone has been. Streets are all empty now, there's no one to be seen. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but you must hold your nerve. Keep your wits about you now and casually observe. No handouts, handouts. There's no handouts in this old town. Walk by but keep your eyes down to the ground. So sad but there's no use in looking around. Location changes everything, and anyone can be the king. Never for the grace of God go I, and all the rules do not apply. No words. There's a lack of everything.
There you go. I like the entire vid and vibe. Yeah, I'm a bit of a nosy bugger. I like it when people have videos where they're going around the streets of their city like this, and especially at the moment. Yeah, it's very different, to what it was in the past. Glenn Clark dropping on in all the way from across the Tasman. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Ron. Don't think I said g'day to you. Thanks for being here as well. Glenn missed all the good stuff. We haven't played your tune yet, Glenn, so you haven't missed all the good stuff. Hey. Kind of sounds like Destroyer in the cadence of the vocals. Very interesting chords. Yeah, I like the almost jazzy guitar chord riffs going on there. I liked it. Like nice guitar riffs. Wrong way up a one-way street. There you go. Yeah, break the rules, cycling the wrong way. Oh, there you go. Drums could come up a bit. Yeah, so the tips that I'd have on this one, the auto-tune on the vocals was, look, I'm not a huge fan, so I'm going to be a bit biased here. I don't love auto-tune on vocals, and I think your vocals sounded good enough that you probably didn't need the little bit of tuning effect on there. And then, yeah, I just found the treble, like there was a little bit of harshness in the vocals on the treble end, so I would probably use some EQ and go in there and kind of tame some of that, because I think it was a nice mellow track, but it was might have just been through my headphones here. I'm not quite got the levels right here today, but it was a little bit harsh on the treble end. But yeah, nicely done. And thank you for sharing. Strat on the middle pickup sound, great guitar tone. Yeah, it really did sound good, didn't it? I like the guitar on that one. And Deep Gravity said a little bit too much reverb. Yeah, maybe a little bit heavy on the verb on that, especially on the vocals. So maybe just mellow that vocal, because it's a lo-fi kind of tune, and maybe you want a little bit of a more mellow vocal sound. But thank you for sharing that one. As usual, Pete's been too busy listening to the music, hasn't put the link in here, but that was our buddy Vincent Beau. That was a tune called Dedicated, and I'll paste the link in there. So all of the links to all the songs we play are down in the description. And if you're getting some value, if you're having some fun, as I always say, it doesn't hurt to hit the like button. I don't ask that often, but yeah, if you do get some fun times listening to the show, watching the show today, feel free to hit the like. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe as well and keep up with what's going on. Got a message from Kevin, says Park UK calling. Hey, Park UK. Please find below a link to my song, I Can Tell, which I'd like to submit. You have done exactly that. More lockdown-related stuff. Back at the start of lockdown in the UK, a friend of mine told how she had sang and danced around her husband whilst he was busy trying to work from home on a laptop, which got me thinking, perhaps I could do a song for her and anyone else whose other half was busy trying to ignore them. And work from home on a laptop. Cool. What could be said or sung to the effect, I'm here, I'm here for you, and I know you're trying to ignore me, but it won't work. Yeah, I think we've all been there, especially those of us with kids. It's like, Dad, 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 Dad. It's like, yes, I'm here. Like, watch this. I'm the maximum amount of watching you. And then you're kind of not. Let's take a listen to this. We've got a slaps link. Vincent, hello. Vincent is here in the chat. So hello to you. We've just spun your track. So hopefully you got to take a listen to that one. Very nicely done. Let's grab this one. This is our buddy Kevin, Park UK, and this is a tune over here on Slaps called I Can Tell. Let's take a listen to it now on Your Music Live. In one.
Doesn't matter who you are, never trust a falling star. If you find the skies are gray, I'll be with you all the way. All that you learn and all that you know, wherever you look, wherever you go, know that all that you find, the deeper you go. I am your reality. You may act as if you just don't care. You can hide, but then you realize that with me, well, I can see right through. I'm a link to your soul. I believe that you know I'm a gift from above. I can tell by that look in your eyes. Wherever you look, wherever you go, know that all that you find, the deeper you go. I am your...
Very cool, old school kind of vibe going on there. Yeah, I dig that. Got a keen sound to it, absolutely. Yeah, it's a little bit sort of, old school 80s Pet Shop Boys, almost bit of new wave going on in there. But yeah, a bit of a modern sound as well. I think you played this last week. Did I? Did I play it last week and gave it another spin? I apologize. I wonder what I said last week. Did I say the same thing? Who knows? I apologize if I did. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I don't move the links from the played file to the to be played file, which I haven't done for the last two as well. So let's do some tidying up here, shall we? Let's grab those last few tunes that we have played and slide them on over to the done pile so that we don't go making that problem again. Alrighty, so yeah, very nicely done, great song, love the cover art too. Yeah, I love Park UK, you do a lot of work for the cover art. Sounds a bit like Kevin Rowland. Very nice, very danceable tune, says Tom Rochelle. Yeah, agree with that. Nice and uplifting. Thought the vocals might have been a bit loud at the start. Yeah, the vocals did hit you pretty in the face at the start there, so you probably could do some balancing around that just to, bring down the synth or bring up the, no, other way around. Bring up the synth or bring down the vocals, because it did just sort of pop out a little bit. So, but yeah, nice. It was very clean. I was thinking the exact same thing, John Frank. Very clean vocals coming through. So nicely recorded, nice, crisp, clean vocals. So nicely done. And Deep Gravity doesn't dance. I don't either generally. I used to not. I used to not dance. But you know why I used to not dance? I used to not dance, or dance, as we say here in the south of Australia. I used to not dance because of what I thought other people would think of me dancing. And now I've stopped caring what other people think of me. Not so much stopped caring, but I don't care. I don't care about being judged by other people for wanting to have a dance or have a sing or have a play or do whatever. So yeah, I encourage you, if you want to dance, dance like nobody's watching. That's my advice. Speaking of dancing, I've got no way of actually segueing, but Emo Bot 9000 probably likes to dance, and we've got a tune here from Emo Bot 9000. Said, hey, just thought I'd send in another track. This is a track 1 from my album Dinosaur Spaceship, and it's called, what is it called? A Lifetime? An Odyssey? Something like that. We'll bring it up here and have a quick look, shall we? It looks intriguing. I'm intrigued, at least. I'm trying to pause it, but YouTube doesn't like me pausing things. All right, we'll bring it on back. Bring it on back to you. A Lifetime, an Odyssey. Yes, that is the name. This is Emo Bot 9000. Still probably one of my favourite names of any art. You folks have, I mean, there's QB the Penguin, and there's Emo Bot 9000, and there's Bad Robot. Like, I'm loving these names. Anyway, I need to find a cool name for my synthwave project. We tried to get one last week. Righty Doki is probably the front runner right now. But anyway, for now, let's jump over Emo Bot 9000, A Lifetime, an Odyssey. Let's listen to it live on Your Music Live. We may have some video quality problems here. I apologize, because if it's high def video, love it. As someone said there, the sound design in that is beautiful, and definitely worth listening to. Oozes ambience, exactly. Pro level sounds, nostalgic, wonderful, almost an east-west mix. Yeah, almost a bit of an east-west mix. I like that. Peaceful, absolutely. And the delay, yeah, love an acoustic. An acoustic playing fingerstyle or picking style with some delay on there. Really, really good. Good ambient beginning and the pattern of picking. Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. The kitten packing, the pattern of the picking was very nicely done. Yeah, we'll have to check out the rest of the album. Me too, because I've heard a couple of Emo Bot 9000's tunes, and they do really sound good. Nice flow and wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Alrighty, yeah, great use of space and reverb. Agree, major, fullness, epic. And was that video made for the track? Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. And it's obviously very high res, very high def, because even trying to play it here, I think it was only playing it in 480p, in only a part of a window, and my poor computer didn't really like it. News on that front, which I'll hold off on. I'll bury the lead. But if you watched yesterday's stream, you probably know what I'm going to announce later. The news around my aging PC. Maybe something a bit different. Anyway, not sure that was a guitar. It might not have been it, but it may have been another sort of stringed instrument. I'm not sure. We'll have to find out. Emobot 9000. Are you out there? Do you read me? Emobot 9000. If you're out there, let us know. Let us know in the comments after the show if you're not able to be here live. Let us move on, shall we? Now, I think, yes. Now, I had a couple. I'm confused here, Cliff. You've sent me a couple of different tunes, and I went back and said, "Oh, which one do you want me to play?" And I can't remember which one you said, so I'm going to play one of them. And actually, I saw Ian Luckett here as well. So there you go. This is a collaboration between Cliff and Ian. So we're going to bring this one on up here and give it a bit of a spin. Cliff, you're from the Amateurs, yeah? I'm connecting the dots correctly. Let me know if I'm getting that right. So many. It's great to have so many folks in this community that sort of have been joining in the last few months and even the last few years, that for my aging brain, it can be tricky to keep up with things. But let me know if that connection is correct. But we'll bring this one up. I'll make sure it pauses. Hopefully, apologies for, again, the stuttering video, just with all the things that I've got running here at once. Sometimes that can just happen. So let's listen to this one. This is a song called Soppy Song. Yes, by the Amateurs. There you go, by the Amateurs and Ian Luckett. So we will jump in and take a listen to this one live now here on Your Music Live.
Seems to just get away. Just close your eyes and let it fade away. When the world it gets you down and your friends never come around, just close your eyes and let it slip away. When your kids can't seem to find another good thought in your mind, close the door. Just close your eyes and let it slip away. If the kids keep singing that song, you know, the one that's far too long, well, close your eyes.
You're right. A lot of folks are saying some really good imagery in the videos here today, as well as some epic music, which we always hear. Liking the chorus there, Cody. What did someone say? Beatles beats David Bowie. Yeah, it's got a bit of that Beatles vibe with the piano, like the nice piano vibe there, and then the David Bowie style vocals that Ian, you definitely Bowie influenced and Bowie adjacent, and like the simplicity of this song. Yeah, totally. Sometimes all you need is love. No, that's Beatles. All you need is simple melodies, simple harmonies, and just a nice vibe. Simple but nice, absolutely. Hello, Barry Tompkinson. Sounds excellent. Good job. Agree. More of a modern version of John Lennon. Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's more John Lennon, sort of 70s, 80s Lennon than Beatles style. But yeah, I like it. Peter Jacobs says nice, definitely nice vocals, Bowie influenced, as others mentioned, which is a good thing. There you go. Not to sort of just throw. I don't know. It's a mixed thing, isn't it? When people like just throw different artists at you, like, wow, that just sounds like. I get Phil Collins a lot for some reason when people listen to my music, and I'm like, that's good, thank you. I don't really hear it. Maybe it's because I look like him, because I got the big bald head and the big face. Anyway, but yeah, nicely done, super song. As Vincent Beau says, Metalhead Hippie says Ian and the Amateurs, rare talents, awesome musicians. Nicely done. Appreciate you. Thank you for sharing, Stu Cash. Did I say g'day to you, Stu? I didn't. How rude. G'day to you. Great song, that one. Absolutely. And yeah, good. The stock footage. Sometimes the stock footage just makes me chuckle, because the one with the lady with the cupcake and the candle, and she's blowing it out in her bed. My first thought on that is, gee, that's a bit of a fire hazard, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, there's some weird stuff out there. Sorry, I'm just putting this in the description because, as we say on all of these, make sure that you do go and check them out. If you dig one of the tunes, go and check out the full version because we have about 30 songs to play in about 2 hours here. So we don't have time to play all the songs, but you get a taste for it. The first taste is, no, that's not right. You get a taste of it for free, and then you can go back and check out the full song. And if you dig the artists, support them because that's an option that you have. And if you're digging this show, support me. Hit the like button if you're having a good time and enjoying the show. But let's kick on and play another tune. I think I've seen Michael Zealand Band. I just like saying Zealand. And Michael has helped me out now. But in his email, he's put under here, pronounced Zealand. So Michael says, here's a little tune. Here's a little tune I wrote a few weeks ago, inspired by someone taking things head on. The tune's a little dark, but luckily it's only a sliver of darkness in a sea of light. Mate, you're poetic before I've even started playing the song. You're already going with the poetic stuff before I've even hit the play button. But let's come on over here and take a listen to this one. This is Zealand Band, and we're going to listen to this tune now. It's a tune called Frontal Assaults. Michael, Zealand Band on Your Music Live. That's definitely a frontal assault. Very nicely done. As Tom Rochelle says, bass line in this one is fantastic. Yeah, like the added bass. This is banging. Yeah, really, really cool. What do we have here from Ian Poster? Post-industrial groove. Got a good pocket. Yeah, again, it was just that from the word go, you're just nodding along, right? It's just dum, dum, dum. Oh, sorry, it was the it was the brass, not the added bass, the added brass. Very cool. Yeah, the brass section, Cody's liking as well. Sounds great indeed. Autism Rocks, hello to you, my friends. Micah and Danny, hope you're doing well. Bye, friends. Digging this tune. And Benny's son, do funking groovy. Like it indeed. Dirty drums, rock and bass, great horns, quality. And yes, awesome. That was indeed pretty darn amazing. Well done to you, and thank you, Michael, for sharing that. And Michael's here in the chat, so take a bow, my friend, because that's a wicked track. I'll be listening to that one again. And look, I didn't give it any fire. That's ridiculous. Let's give you all the fire now. And I'll save that into my tracks so I can take a listen while I'm chilling over the weekend. And when I say chilling over the weekend, ain't going to be much time for chilling because we've got a packed weekend. We've already had the Yucca Pack interview. You've got this show. Tomorrow I'm doing an Ask Me Anything because some things changed. Originally I was doing this show a day early because tomorrow I had some stuff on. The state shut down, so now I don't have stuff on because nothing can be on. So now I'm home. So I'm just going to do another nice casual chat, just an Ask Me Anything, talk about mobile recording, home recording, anything you want. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that because I like the more casual kind of shows sometimes. Alrighty, if you would like to know how do I send something, we have a pretty full quota for today, but if you look down there, pete@studiolivetoday.com is my email address. The subject line YML will get you into my inbox, and then I go through and do a little quick curation because The sort of tunes I play here, I'm pretty diverse, as you would have heard, in terms of the types of music and the genres. We're not just one specific genre, but YouTube doesn't like me having anything super controversial, super foul language, so we get away with the occasional in-context F-bomb or S-bomb, but yeah, if your song's got significant amounts of swearing or graphic content, then unfortunately we can't really give it a spin, and that's just, again, it's a personal choice of mine. I could just open it up to everything, but yeah, we want to keep this not PG-13. Let's call it MA-15. So we're not R-rated. We're somewhere in between. That's the way I kind of go with things. So thank you, Michael, for that one. Let's jump into our next track. So this one is from Brian Spalding, who I think I've seen or heard some of your tunes over on the Metalhead Hippie Show as well. I'm resending because I don't think I gave enough information for you to comment. Our style is a mixture of both traditional flamenco guitar and heavy metal guitar, hence the name Flametal. Excellent. Love it. Besides the band, we've got bassist Uriah Duffy, drums Thomas Perry, flamenco guitar Ben Woods, and me, Brian Spalding, electric guitar. And we have flamenco dances where we record the hand clapping, all palmers, and footwork on the music. The song is called Bruja Tortura, which is Torture Witch. This sounds epic. Let's come in here and bring it on up and take a listen to this one, shall we? So give me one moment here because I need to load it up. Oh, it's got a cool looking cover too, Flametal. Why do I get the feeling that Jade Starr and Gary Hubbs are going to... Oh, Gary had to leave. Jade Starr is probably going to like this one. Again, I'm just spitballing out there. Let's play this one. This is our friends. Whoop, it's already come. No, don't do that to me, YouTube. Go to the start. All right. Oh, it keeps wanting to play. Just stay there. Sit. Wow. No. Okay, apologies. It's not going to let me introduce this properly. Let's jump into it and play this one, Flametal, with Bruja Tortura here on Your Music Live. How cool is that? Absolutely. Yeah, rocking out there. Loving the mix of styles. Yeah, I know. Who would have thought? Like, it just goes to show when you've got different styles, you can just put it out there. Put it out there and just try it because it's all going to work out. This is all sorts of cool. Absolutely. Yeah, the syncopation. This is what I wanted to say. The syncopation and the mix of sound. Like, it reminds me of Tool. Like, I know that's not a Tool sound, but it's the type of syncopation, the type of time signatures that Tool use, where you just like you can sort of nod along to it just on the one beat, or you can feel the 6/8 time of it, like 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, very, very cool. Liking the mix of musical styles on that one. Yeah, everyone digging it. Sorry, there's too many Iron Maiden make holidays in Spain. I love it. Forest of the Wolf. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, the level of skill hat is off. Exactly. Flamenco headbangers for the win. There you go. Like flamenco headbangers. I like it. Yeah, triplets. Yeah, exactly. Gotta love some triplet action going on in there. And Brian says, thank you, Flamental started by Ben Woods. Shout out to Ben Woods. Very cool. And Scott says here, very cool. Also like the time signature in it. Yeah, I like a bit of uniqueness in the time signature. Is always cool. Alrighty, let's move on here because we've got more tunes, and I'm going to leave Scott up there because I reckon the next tune that I have in my list here is actually you, Scott. Let me make sure that I've got everything in there. We've got that one. Yes, we have saved that in there. So again, they're all linked down below. So let's talk to Scott. Scott says, I'd like to submit a song for YML, which is a collaboration with Vando and David Asher from over on the Create Record Release group. If you're not aware of Create Record Release, that's the official Facebook group of Studio Live today. If you're a Facebook user, join Create Record Release. If you're not a Facebook user, join Facebook just so that you can join Create Record Release. It's a cool group. Yes, I'm biased, but we got about 550 members over there. Everyone is super cool. We'll help each other out, and it's great to see these sort of collaborations come together. So I've deliberately not listened to this tune yet because I wanted to listen to it live here for the first time. So this is, Scott says, this mix was made by David Asher, who had the awesome idea to mix the vocals from one of Van's songs that was shared last month to an instrumental I shared, and it works really well. How cool is that? We got some mixing and matching and coming together across the community. Always makes me smile and makes me happy. So let's bring this one on up. We will share like that. And this is a tune called Strange Trip. Look, it's unlisted. So we're going to get to come in here and we'll give it a like and we'll give it a play. So here we go. This is Scott, David Asher, Vando, and this is a tune called Strange Tip. Let's listen to it here live on Your Music Live.
Stranger time than this, no one knows. There's something here amiss, no one knows. No bubble can contain dread and fear. Drive ourselves insane. No one knows. Lost in your mind's abyss. Dread and fear. No stranger time than this. No one knows.
Really agree, SM Borthwick. Fantastic. Really nicely remixed. 100%. Yeah, getting Portishead vibes. Anyone a Portishead fan back in the day? Loved me some Portishead. Nothing better than chilling after a big night out. You come home and it's, Sunday morning at like 11 o'clock and you've been out all night and you just stick on some Portishead to relax to. Ian says, like the vocal fluidity and nice emotional landscape. Absolutely. Hey, Dale, how you doing? Cool tune. Agree. A bit Massive Attack with the other band as well that was along those lines. This is trippy. It is very, very trippy. Is that snare reversed? Yeah, there was a bit of a reverse snare sound coming in there, wasn't there? Yeah. The images, Portishead for the win. Yeah, who didn't chill out to some Portishead back in the day? Showing my age here. Maybe if you're younger than me, then you probably don't. But yeah, awesome track. I agree with you. It would be dope to rap on. Yeah, you can kind of feel a bit of a rap vibe. You could actually put that over the top there, couldn't you? Really smooth. Great track. Great track, Scott. Great Scott track. No, very nicely done. Very cool. Thank you for sharing it with us here on the show. Just going to try a quick bit of administration here. Let's see how smart Pete can be. I'm here in StreamYard, so I'm going to see. I'm not liking the fact that the comments are covering up that Your Music Live down the bottom there. Let's see if we can on the fly update our overlay to put it across a little bit. Let's see if this is going to work. Oh, hey, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Because now when I put a comment there. Hey, that's a bit better. I don't know. It's not quite lined up where I want it to be, but at least it will show the name of the show. Probably needs to go just a little bit to the left. Anyway, my wife just said this reminds her of Sade. Yeah, this is no ordinary love. No, show my Sade love. Alrighty, let's continue. See, now I don't like the fact that it's not centered. Oh, I should just put just to put it in the middle and be done with it, right? Oh, we perfectionists. This is why I've never used overlays, because I knew as soon as I did, I'd not like it and be bugged by it. Anyway, let's move on. How are we doing? We're 50 minutes in. We've still got heaps of time, absolutely bucket loads of time, which is good because we're not even going to get to all the songs I have in the list here. And I apologize. I do try to get you as many of the tunes that get submitted as I can, but I simply can't do it. So, I apologize for that. Gerard, hello to you, Gerard Voss, says, I uploaded a new Ice Fox track. It's some ambient progressive rock hooks. Besides the backtrack, I played the drums live without any quantize. We like that. That means that took some takes, and the leads solo as well. I hope you like it and managed to give it a run on the show. We shall. Also consider this a 2020 remake from my Slaps Y2K1 track, like you suggested in YML 16. There you go. Until Friday, I look forward to your next show. And apologies because the next show is today, which is probably Thursday evening and probably late over there in the Netherlands. So apologies, Gerard. You're probably going to need to catch up on this one on the replay, I imagine. But if you are here with us, give us a shout out. But we're going to listen to this anyway. This is Gerard Voss, better known as Ice Fox. And this is a tune called Seed. We're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live. Is this Rush? I know. How cool is the drumming on that? Great synths, absolutely. Very nice one. Very well done. Oops, I missed the button. The synths, chef's kiss. Mwah, exactly. Sounded really cool. Had some missed one. Fantastic track like the groove. Yeah, had some old prog vibes. I dig it. Getting a yes vibe, says Russ. Yeah, exactly. Yes, it does sound like yes. Flashback of Genesis, Lamb Lies Down period. It did have that 80s synth rock kind of vibe to it, didn't it? If you threw that over, it actually, I got a weird John Farnham vibe for my Australian users. I don't know why, but John Farnham went through a phase where it was using some of that back in the sort of late 80s. Very, very cool. Nicely done. Thank you for sharing. Definitely has some 70s, 80s prog rock vibes going on there. Indeed it did. And thank you for sharing that one. And apologies that this is probably at a super awkward time for you and you may not be able to be here on the show. But Boom. There we go. See, I was pausing there so I could actually move my Your Music Live logo. Now it's down in the center. Now you can just see how uncentered I am. But see, this is cool because now I can make sure that my head's censored, because it can just be right over the middle of that. There you go. Professionalism for the win, right? Andrew Reynolds, hello to you. Super song, love it. And someone was asking about slaps.com. I'll give you a quick rundown. So slaps.com by our friends over at DistroKid. So if we go to slaps.com, pretty cool domain name they managed to get to, slaps.com. So if you go to slaps.com, you'll get something like this. And what you can do is you can actually upload your own music and you can follow other people's music. So other people's music. So here's me, here's all my details, here's all the groups that I follow, and here's the music that I have shared. Oh, I haven't played this tune before here on the channel, have I? Our Future is Space. Maybe that'll be our toilet break song today. Jade, I don't have a toilet break song from you for this week because we've played a couple lately. So maybe I'll play on Slaps here and I'll use this because toilet break is coming up in about 5 minutes. So there you go. I'll leave this one up here. And if you haven't heard my Our Future is Space song before, which is my tribute to Dr. Stephen Hawking, you can have a listen to that one. I don't usually play my songs here, but it's a good one because it'll be 2 minutes and we'll be able to do a toilet break. Jay was just about to leave in protest, but now I centered the logo. There you go. That is a good thing. All right, let's come back and find our next tune. You know what? I feel like some happiness. And when I feel like some happiness, there's only one Ron that I turn to. And that is Happy Ron. And Happy Ron has shared a tune here. This week, Ron says, I wrote this song for a woman who thought she wasn't good enough. The song is called You Are Enough. And we're going to play it here. Let's bring it on up. I'll leave my slaps there in the background. Always leave your slaps in the back. Righty dokie. I didn't realize that righty dokie wasn't a common phrase. Turns out that not many people but me use it. So, I might own it. Apparently, it's very much a British comedy thing, and Adrian Edmondson used to righty dokie skip, that sort of thing. So, anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about now. Let's jump in and listen to some Happy Ron. Happy Ron has already started. Go back to the start. This is a tune by Happy Ron. We're going to play it live here on Your Music Live, just for you and you and you and you. Let's hit it.
Don't think you're not enough. Don't think I want too much. You know that you move me beyond cynical to possible. Your eyes are more than enough. They find me with their touch, like soft rain in the night. Turns typical to beautiful. Why do you think there's more you would have to do when I'm so grateful for every part of you? In a world with so much noise, I live to hear your voice. It echoes through my soul.
Righty dokie. That was the one and only Happy Ron. I like this. Randy Newman meets awesome. I like the quotes. I do like the quotes and the memes and the things you put behind what you do. I like that Marilyn Monroe one. Yeah, it's a waste of time trying to be other people. Don't be other people. Be you. Be the best version of you that you can be. I've said this before and I'll keep saying it, that when I started out, I felt, I had imposter syndrome. I thought, I can't do this YouTube game. I listened to all the negativity. I listened to the 1% of people that were saying that I was bad and couldn't do anything. And it didn't work. It didn't help. It wasn't good. As soon as I turned that around and went, I'm actually just going to do what I want to do. I'm going to be me and be the best version of myself. Not only did I feel better, but I was more successful. I think people can really feel when you're passionate about something, when you give it your all. And that sounds very selfish, like self-absorbed, but I say all that to say that is what Happy Ron does. That is what Ron brings into the world. Ron's not doing stuff for other people. It's great for other people, but Ron's music, Ron creates the music that is true to himself, and that really comes through. The passion comes through in the music. So take a leaf out of Ron's book and do what and Jay's book, do what make you happy, and share your music like Ron has done. Awesome, brilliant, like it, nice tune, says Scott. Absolutely. Andy Goldby says, I'll play this to the wife to get out of the doghouse. Love it. Great job. Very positive, uplifting, beautiful tune, Ron. Nice work. Kim, g'day. Thanks for dropping on in. And yeah, Andy, that's why I wrote it. There you go. Ron has songs for all occasions. If you're in trouble with the missus or in trouble with the better half, Ron comes to the rescue. There you go. SM Borthwick says, Ron's music is so impressive. Love the organic tones of the instruments. So natural. Agree. Yeah, it's just real, isn't it? It's real. It's natural. It's there. There you go. Yep. Just be you. You are indeed enough. Speaking of motivation and speaking of people who are indeed enough, first of all, what I need to do is make sure that I put this tune in the list here, because if you can't go and listen to that Happy Ron tune again, you will no longer be happy. You will be sad, and we don't want that. So that was Happy Ron's tune. That's going to be pasted in there. Did I get it in the right spot? I did. And we'll save that one in there. So yes, it's toilet break time, which is a bit of a tradition that we've started on the show here, simply because to stay hydrated, I have to drink one of these during the show, and that has consequences, people. So we're going to stick on a tune, and I'm going to be a little bit self-indulgent here. And I found this tune. I'd forgotten that I wrote it, and because people were asking about slaps.com, I thought I would slap this one on. It's only 2 minutes and 5 seconds, so I'm going to have to be super quick. And be back in time. But if there's a little bit of dead air, I'll be as fast as I can. But let's take a listen to this. This was made in GarageBand using just Alchemy synths and some quotes from the great man, the one and only Dr. Stephen Hawking. So I'm going to skedaddle off for about 2 minutes and let you listen to this one. This is called Our Future is in Space, me featuring Dr. Stephen Hawking.
Where did we come from? How did the universe come into being? Are we alone in the universe? Is there alien life out there? What is the future of the human race? We think we have solved the mystery of creation. Maybe we should patent the universe and charge everyone royalties for their existence. If we are the only intelligent beings in the galaxy, we should make sure we survive and continue. Our population and our use of the finite resources of planet Earth are growing exponentially, along with our technical ability to change the environment for good or ill. It will be difficult enough to avoid disaster in the next 100 years, let alone the next 1,000 or million. But we are entering an increasingly dangerous period of our history. Our only chance of long-term survival is not to remain inward-looking on planet Earth, but to spread out into space. Our future is in space. All my life, I have sought to understand the universe and find answers to these questions. I have been very lucky that my disability has not been a serious handicap. Indeed, it has probably given me more time than most people to pursue the quest for knowledge. Thank you for listening. Our future is in space.
Indeed it is, Dr. Hawking. No, we don't need another Pete Johns tune. Sorry, stop. Yeah, so that one I made just after the passing of Dr. Stephen Hawking. And yeah, I found that speech and I just thought it was super cool because if you haven't heard the whole speech, I think it's called Our Future is in Space. And he talks about the fact that, yeah, we kind of broke this planet and we kind of need a new one. So we are going to have to go into space at some stage. So hopefully when we get through all of spending the money and all the things at the moment that we need to, we can get back to actually, exploring the rest of the galaxy and finding a way to get into the whole space travel. I thought we'd have flying cars by now. Anyone unhappy that we don't have the flying cars? I want me a flying car. Alrighty, yes. Pretty good pedal break. There you go, Metalhead Hippie. Pretty good pedal break, Pete. Yeah, 1 minute 15, I know. I was straight back into it. I did wash my hands, but I only sung happy birthday to myself once. I know I should have done it twice, but I'm not interacting with anyone except myself, which sounds much worse than it should. All right, let's jump on in and find some more tunes to play because we've got a heap more to get through, and time is moving on fast. Right, let's grab another tune. Sick Skills, which is a cool name, it says, "Hey Pete, I just released 2 of my older tracks that I wanted to include in my new album. One is a pop song, and the other is an R&B track I wrote. I've been kind of sending my first ever songs. This one is really hot. There you go. I didn't make a video for it yet, so the link is Spotify. I'll send the 2 other tracks later. The pop song is my first ever country song. There you go. So I'm not sure which one you've actually sent me here, my friend, but we are going to play this one. I'll paste it on over. Now, it's a Spotify track, so what I might do is see if we can copy the track. Or do we just play it in Spotify? I'll give it a go playing it in Spotify. I don't usually play Spotify because sometimes it just does weird and random things when I try to play back. But for now, we'll just hit the play button. But yeah, normally, if you're sending me a link, use something like songwhip.com. It means that you can send me a link and then I can jump into YouTube Music or any other platform and hopefully I can play it from there. But we'll play this one here. This is Sick Skills with I Knew You Were the One, and we're going to listen to it live on Your Music Live.
Baby, you're the only one. You're my true love. Baby, you're the only one. You're my true love. I know you were the one. I know you were the one. From the moment we laid eyes, then baby, you're so fine. You've got me in trance. I'm loving how I feel, you're straight out of my dreams. Every moment without you makes me know how much I do truly love you. Baby, you got me feeling so good. Baby, you're the only one. You're my true love. I can't get enough of you. I love every moment. Baby, you're the only one. You're my true love. I can't get enough of you. I love every moment. Baby, you're the only one. You're my
Very cool. Sick Skills there with Baby, You're. I knew you were the one. I was going to say, Baby, You're the only one. Cody Walsh. Oh, yes. By the way, yes, there is an email if you do want to share a song at the bottom of the screen. Cody Walsh. I love it. Love it too. Very smooth. Love that bass. Nice vocals. Exactly. Like the cover. Yeah, the cover's looking cool, isn't it? Yeah, I like the album artwork's good. Good morning. Good morning to you too. Glenn Clark says, this is very cool. Lovely voice. Very relaxing. Yeah, right? Just kicking along. Excellent groove. Excellent groove for a Friday morning for me. That might be a cool groove to play on a Friday afternoon. Considering that, well, I'm going nowhere this weekend. I will be having a nice Friday afternoon because everyone else is home. The family are here. We'll be able to just kick back and relax and listen to some tunes. That may be one of them. Excellent groove. Very professionally done. Vocals were excellent. Beat was innovative. And you get a sexy from the hippie. There you go. Let's move on here. Thank you to Jade Star, by the way. As Jade says, if you are here on the live stream, please do not spam or beg in the chat to have your song played. Yeah, it won't be tolerated. So I let Jade be the bad cop. I'll be the good cop and just say, let's be reasonable. Like, think about the fact that I got emails from 30 folks sitting in my inbox that have spent the time to send it to me. And if you come in here to the chat and just say, play my music now, like, I don't understand what's going to happen. If I do just play your music now, like, I'm doing it out of duress, like, because I'm being forced to. It's not cool. I think you know it's not cool. And for the 98% of folks who are cool, thank you for being cool. And we will do everything we can to protect the integrity of the folks who are here doing the right thing, sharing their music, having a good time. That's all I'm going to say about that, as our friend would say, our friend Forrest Gump would say. Let's move on to another Ron. This time we got Ron Wolf, who said, love your channel. You helped me more than you can imagine. Well, thank you. I think I'm ready to submit something. I made a music video and a song using music loops. That's to show anyone can do it. And the tune is called Don't Want to Be Alone. And we're going to play it. And the description of the video says, this is my first attempt at creating a real music video. Yikes. I wrote and recorded it at my studio in Florida Keys. In the Florida Keys. No, it's not Kokomo. It's not the Beach Boys, Pete. All right, let's bring this one up. Sorry, Ron. I was getting off track there for a moment there. This is Ron Wolf. We're going to bring up the track. My screen's going to apparently black out, and then we'll bring it back up over here. It started by itself. We'll take it back to the start. There we go. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Wolfstone Studio with Don't Want to Be Alone. We're listening to it live on Your Music Live. There you go, Ron Wolf, Wolfstone Studio with Don't Want to Be Alone. Now, if you're not motivated, if you're not inspired by that, if you're sitting there thinking, I want to produce music, I want to share music, but maybe I won't. Ron's just put it out there. He's like, this is my first attempt. This is my first time. I've used some loops. I've recorded my vocals and I've made a music video, which is a very cool music video. I love that. Again, I said it before, I love seeing like the scenery around people's homes and people's hometowns. It's also different and diverse. I know our friend Arnie G up there in Norway. Yes, Norway. Does the same sort of thing, and it's really cool to just see the areas that people live in and some of that work. But yeah, really cool, really awesome sound. If you bob your head, it's good. Yeah, you can tell how much I'm digging it because I kind of rock in my chair and do the head bob thing. Vocals a little bit more. Yeah. So this is the one thing I was going to say is exactly this, Russ. And look, this is probably, I don't want to pigeonhole it, but I see this from folks releasing their first song. that often you do tend to bury your own vocals a bit. If you're anything like me, you don't really love the sound of your own voice. It's taken me 5 years of producing music to actually tolerate my voice. And now I just go, it is what it is. I actually embrace it. I embrace the unique qualities of my voice. I embrace my slightly nasal tone and my lisp and all the other things. So, yeah, it might just be that you need to just bring those vocals up a little bit in the mix just to make them sit nicely. But yeah, really funky. Also like how the wiper blades move in time. I didn't notice the wiper blades moving in time to the music. That's super cool. And as Jade said, once again, the production levels of the song played each week are just incredible. Welcome to the home studio revolution. Absolutely. Viva la revolucion. Absolutely. Forest of the Wolf. Probably no relation to Wolfstone Studio. We've got a lot of wolves going on here, but yeah. And a great use of loops, exactly. Please do not look down your nose on loops. People seem to look down their nose on loops and cover songs. And I think that using loops to create music is great, especially when you're learning. You can learn about the composition, you learn about the tracks, you learn about balancing, mixing, compression, reverb, delay. You can do all that without having to actually create 100% original sounds using instruments. It's a really good way to learn how to get stuff done. So yes, loops for the win. Again, if anyone says, no, you can't do a thing, yeah, you can. Just do it. At the risk of being a slogan, just do it. Do your thing. All right, let's move on. We'll make sure that is linked. It is. That's linked down the bottom so that you can go and check it out, like all of the other songs that we're playing here today. And again, I know I apologize for this. I was talking to Jakob Hack this morning and I said something sort of self-deprecating, and he's like, Pete, stop doing that. I've seen you do that before. You talk down to yourself and it's not cool. I'm like, Yes, Jakob. Sorry, sir. But no, he's totally right. And I said, look, it's a bit of an Australian thing. Here in Australia, like, we've got a thing called the tall poppy syndrome, where we don't like people being, too big for their boots, and we don't really have that sort of confident overtone where we're just like, yes, I'm crushing it and I'm doing my thing. Like, I'll only ever say, man, my song is so hot, it's so lit, it's 100, it's fire. Like, ironically, I'm never actually going to say, man, you should totally listen to my new tune, it's fire. Because that's just not how we roll. But anyway, I say all that to say nothing because it's irrelevant. Let's play another tune. Hey Pete, this is Christopher. Says, this is Far From Alive. Okay, it's a Metallica style tune written by Matt Seven from the Netherlands. I wrote lyrics and did guest vocals on the versed passages of the song. I hope you will like it. Oh, it's Far From Alive. Far From Alive is the name of the song. Got it. It says, this is Far From Alive. And I'm like, is that the name of it's dead? What are we talking about here? But Far From Alive is either the song name or the band name. We're about to find out because I'm bringing it up on here. Yes, it is. There you go. It is Matt. So it's Matt Seven, Far From Alive, featuring Hetriani on the vocals. So Christopher. Again, with all these artist names, sometimes I get confused. Let's give it a spin, and then we'll talk about it afterwards, and Pete will get his head together and work out what's going on. So let's play this one here on Your Music Live. There you go. How cool is that? Yeah, who's not banging their head right now? Dr. Zoidberg. Doctor's orders. I can't not do it. Yeah, the panning on the guitars is very nice. Again, as soon as I started listening to that, I'm just like, this has come out of the metalhead hippie stable of superstars for sure. Love it. Kim says, love the drums. This is good. Yes, Hetriani is a good musician, amongst others. Tom Rochelle, cool how it changes and becomes more modern sounding in the chorus. Isn't it? Like, it is. I noticed that, and I was going to say something about it. You've said it exactly right. It becomes more modern in the chorus section. It's like very like old school Metallica. So it's almost like goes from 80s metal to like 2000s metal. Just switches in between the two. Sounds very, very cool. Very well produced indeed. And Glenn Clark, love how the song fills you with tension, and then the chorus hits and it gets released. Great songwriting. Abso-bloody-lutely. Like that is a defined art form to try and do that. Music is creating and releasing tension. And if you want someone to feel a certain way, if you want them to be anxious and you want it to be a very tense song, you just keep building and building and building. That's why the whole big drop culture came in, where you just build, drop. But yeah, if you can take someone on a ride and you can make them feel one thing and then get the relief through either the chord progressions or the way the song is arranged, that is a bloody good effort. So well done, and thank you for sharing. That is saved down in the description if you want to check it out. If you want to give some love to the folks who are sharing the music here, then go ahead and do that. My Fitbit telling me I should get off my lazy butt. I'll do it soon, Fitbit. I get to get on the treadmill, though, because I can't leave my house. All right, let's continue on here. We'll find some more tunes. Hello, Antod says, hello, watching your live stream at the moment. So this must be from last week's show. And saw how to submit. My name is Antod. I'm a beatboxer from Jacksonville, Florida. And I created this song entirely out of human-edited vocals. Very cool. I basically recorded the sounds and made them sound more instrumental. Hope you enjoy. There you go. Let's have a listen and a look of this one. It's called Tear Apart by Antrod. So let's bring this one up. We will hit the pause button there. We'll bring it on up and give it a spin. This is Antrod with Tear Apart here on Your Music Live. Enjoy.
Tear apart and I choke the ones I love the most. Whether it's my best friend or my family or my girlfriend or my sanity, I eventually start to hurt them. So leave me, I'm worthless. My purpose is to be alone while giving messages to help me grow. I'm on my own, it goes show that push and shove is all I know. Reap itself, so please just go. I wanna hurt you too. My mother, my father, I hurt them so bad. My girlfriend, my best friend are all that I have. I tore them apart.
How cool is that? I agree, Michael. Odd but good, original, and that's the thing. Do things, try things, experiment, like using beatbox, using different sounds, and creating different sounds by doing that. Very cool, love it. Very creative, as our friend Patrick says. Kim reminds me of Björk's Mendula album. Yeah, a bit of a Björk vibe going on there, isn't there? But Björk definitely likes to experiment with things. Very nice, loving the beatboxing. Yeah, I can't beatbox. As someone who can't beatbox, again, I totally dig people that can. Mark says, reminds me of the throat singers of the Innu people. Very imaginative. Absolutely. This kind of artist interests me always. Very unique. 100% interesting work. Tom Rochelle, the beat is really cool, and I think the vocals need some EQ for sure. Sounds a bit muddy, especially the auto-tune sections. Very good, though. Yeah, agree. Like, keep creating. Keep doing it. Do your thing. I love Dub Effects from Australia. Worth checking out. All voice. Oh, there you go. Dub Effects from Australia. It's weird when people's like, you need to check out this Australian artist, and I'm like, I should probably know who that is. I should probably know that, but I don't. All right, we need a quick hydration. How is the audio, by the way, coming through here in the video? I've upgraded, in the last few weeks, I've upgraded StreamYard. We're at 1080p now. I'm using my Logitech Brio. I've tweaked I think I'm still a little bit bright. I'm a little bit too red, yeah. So I think I still need to tweak the white balance a little bit, but I've tweaked the exposure and the frame rate and the contrast, and I think we're close to the best I'm going to get with a webcam setup, and I just don't have the energy to go to a DSLR via USB. By HDMI, I mean. So this may be what we're stuck with. Anyway, sounds good? Cool. Excellent. And so Jade Star has reminded folks that if you like this sort of thing, if you like this sort of show, check out the Metal Head Hippie show. And I've said the hippie has the stamina of like 10 men or 10 people because he does like 3, 4, 5 hour live streams. I get to the end of 2 hours, even with an entire litre of water, and I can barely speak. So I don't know how the hippie does it. But go check out the Metal Head Hippie show if you want to check out some cool music, share your own music. And it's not really just for metal, is it, hippie? Like you share all sorts of different music over there, which is cool. Tom says, I think it looks and sounds good. Excellent. Well, thank you. Hopefully we're getting things. We'll get my studio all set up, and then I'll switch it all up. Because, drumroll please, on Monday, my new Mac Mini arrives. Yes, I took the plunge. I went against all of my own advice, and I went with something bleeding edge and first gen. So we will see how that goes. You know that I'll be featuring it here on the channel. It's probably going to dominate the next couple of weeks, but the Mac Mini is coming, the new M1 Mac Mini, and I'm hoping that can be my multimedia desktop replacement. I just have to work through a few things, like how to get the 2 screens set up, but if its performance is anything like what it says it is and what others have said it's like, even though I went for the absolute base model with the 8 gigabytes of RAM, it should still crush things like streaming 1080p video. And if it doesn't, you'll find out right here on the channel. So stay subscribed and we'll find out what's going to happen. Alrighty, we'll continue on. Glenn Clark says, can't wait to follow your journey. Exactly. I'm doing this for you. I'm going to take one for the team because I kept sitting there going, I want someone in the real world who does exactly what I do to test this so I can see if it works. And then I'm like, you know who's like me in the real world that does this stuff? Me. So I'm going to do it and test it. I know that's not related to this show, but I know many of you would be interested and want to know what's going to happen with that. So that's what's going to happen with that. Let's move on here and find some more tunes to play. Righty dokie. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong spot. Let's move around a little bit. Let's try. Let's go. You know what? I've left you hanging here for an hour and a half, and we haven't had any QB. It's penguin time. Get those penguin emojis in the chat while I get QB the penguin set up, because it's not really a Your Music Live without a QB track these days. I didn't mean for it to become this way, but QB is just too proficient with producing too much cool music, and we need to lift the mood. We need to celebrate the purchase. Celebrate Pete pumping $1,000 into Apple's $1 trillion bottom line by playing some QB. So this is a tune. QB says, I finally figured out what to name my new song. I noticed your comment about tutorials, and this sounds like a great song to complete a tutorial for. I've never done one before, but fingers crossed. So I had a chat with QB and said, folks would want to know how you create your music. So you should get into creating tutorials for your music. And QB said, yeah, good idea. So let us know. Put your penguins there and just say, yes, QB, we want QB tutorials. I would watch the QB channel day and night to find out how you make the songs that you make. So let's jump in, get the penguins ready. QB with Shibamata remix on Your Music Live. 215 BPM. QB the Penguin. Yeah, too cool. Too cool for school from our friend QB the Penguin there. And as everyone said, it just takes you on a journey. And the melodies are very cool. QB writes really good melodies that really work him well with the bass sounds. And I've said this before, but the sign of good songs, if you're creating songs like this and you're working out, look, how do I get a balanced mix when I'm creating a song? And it works as all genres. You generally just want to think, what's in your bass end? What's in your mids, what's in your trebles. There's very few songs that can work that don't have a balance between those sort of three frequency ranges. So the thing QB does well is balance those out. So that's my take on it anyway. So yeah, QB, do your tutorials, my friend. We would like to see how you do this. Exactly. Love the switch and the turnaround. You never quite know where QB will go next. And it's always exactly so interesting. Love it. QB rocking it again. Doing well. And yeah, thanks for folks. So Vincent, thank you for being here. I like the fact that this show is very much a drop in, drop out show. So totally do that. Yeah, you don't have to sit here for 2 hours. I know many of you do, and I thank you. You're awesome. You rock. But yeah, if you do, you got life. You got life to get on with. And I know I'm doing it at a different time this week. So we will be back to the regular Friday afternoon, Friday night jamming on the next show. But it is nice for me too, because I'm a little more awake today. You might have noticed I'm a little bit more energized because I'm doing this slightly later than I normally do. So we'll mix things up. We'll mix and match. Yes, I have put QB in the description. How we going? I've got about half an hour left. We've got some more music to get to, which we're going to jump into now. Alrighty. Let's go have a listen to a track from Christopher. Says, I have a new tune for you and the YML followers to listen to. It's a blues pop song called Dance to the Blues. Was listening to a lot of early Stones and Beatles when I wrote this one. Cool. I know we have plenty of Stones and Beatles fans around the Your Music Live community, so we will we will give this one a listen. Let's bring it on up. Oh, look at this. It looks so cute too. Check this. Look at that. Look at that little dude. Let's do it. Dance to the Blues. This is the Old Goat Wildfire Band. Yes, I do remember hearing from these folks before, so I remember enjoying them. So let's see what this track does. It's Dance to the Blues, the Old Goat Wildfire Band on Your Music Live. That is Rockabilly-tastic. Dance to the Blues, the Old Goat Wildfire Band here on Your Music Live. Very cool. Mark says, yeah, old stuff always gets me moving, and very well done too. Agree. Sort of Sonic Youth vibe to it. Yeah, it's got a bit of Sonic Youth, hasn't it? That kind of raw rockabilly tunes. Because, yeah, a lot of, the thing is, what folks don't realize is a lot of sort of the 90s alternative and grunge stuff was very, very heavily around like Rolling Stones and Beatles chord progressions and chords. chords. It was just with distortion turned up to 11. So, yeah, really dig that one. Tapping my feet. I wish the doll was bobbing his head. Yeah, if you had the doll doing the head bob in the image, that would have been cool. SM Borthwick, cool track. Sounds like a punk rock version of an oldies rock song. Pretty cool. Absolutely. Would love to see this live in the pub. Yeah, you can imagine that, of being like a 4-piece band just rocking out, just guitar, bass, drums, vocal, and just rocking out to a song like that. I miss live music. Who misses live music? Yeah, give me a hashtag live music, or a hashtag I miss live music. I don't know. Yeah, if you miss live music, let me know, because I want to go see some bands. I want to go, and I don't even care anymore. I don't even care if it smells sweaty and if there's beer on the floor and it's sticky and there's people smoking cigarettes outside and coming in and breathing their tobacco breath on my face. I just want to see something live. I did watch Tim Minchin, who's an Australian artist, did a live show, that was broadcast last night. That was like an online event, so $15 a ticket. I bought one, and me and my wife sat here in the studio with the monitor speakers cranked up, listening to Tim Minchin. It was a good old time. So yeah, there's some things that we can do. Some artists, the talented and the creative artists, are finding ways to keep on sharing their tunes, which is cool. Yeah, absolutely. Missing live music. Absolutely, I'm missing it too. Let's come on to another track, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about a few things that are going on around the channel for the rest of the weekend. But I want to sneak another few songs in under the bar. Which one was that? There was that one. So everyone's artist name is different to their email name, so I get so confused trying to find who's sharing what a lot of the time. Let's grab this one, shall we? Now, hi Pete, just uploaded the video. Here's the link. Hope not to get one of those copyright claims you're familiar with. So Alex LX, who I did see in the chat earlier in the show. I'm not sure if you're still around about the place, Alex, but we're going to spin your track here. We will pop it on over into the screen. Now, this, I believe, is your little spooky mashup Europe Final Countdown song called Scary Little Countdown. And I really dug it, and we're going to give it a spin here on the show. You did say, hopefully it doesn't get me a copyright strike. As long as it's not a strike. If it's a claim, that's fine. As I've said before, claims we can deal with. It's the strikes that we have to avoid. Claims just mean I don't monetize these videos, which is totally fine, because I do these videos for you, and you, and you, and you. You know who you are. Let's hit this button, play button. This is Alex LX with Scary Little Countdown. We're going to play it live on Your Music Live.
We're living together, but still it's farewell. And maybe we'll come back to earth, who can tell? I guess there is no one to blame. We're living ground. Will things ever be the same again? It's the final countdown. We're heading for Venus, and still we stand tall. 'Cause maybe they've seen us and welcome us all.
I couldn't resist. How cool is that? Halloweenified version of this. Absolutely. a couple of weeks late. It would have been a great song to play for our Halloween show. But yeah, very, very cool. Very extremely clever. Cool stuff. Smile on my face. Exactly. Like how can you listen to that and not smile? That was indeed unironically fire. Well done, Alex. That is brilliant. That's getting a like right there. Jump over and listen to that one and like it, because that's a cool tune. Really, really nicely done. Yeah, the music box version of the riff is fantastic. I know, like the do 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 do. How cool was it? Love it. Yeah, Glenn says I totally didn't recognize it, but the lyrics were so familiar. Exactly. Yeah, you know where it's at, don't you? And I'll leave Glenn on there for a moment, because we are actually going to close with a Glenn song, but not for another probably 15 minutes. We're going to have a quick chat and sneak another couple under the bar, because Glenn actually has a brand new album. And he's got a big release launch party happening tomorrow. So he's got a video on his channel, which Jade, sorry, I always make you do stuff, but if you can grab the link to Glenn's song. If you're on the mailing list, I do recommend get on the mailing list, because I included links to Glenn's release, and Glenn's also doing an interview with Jade Star. So if you know my schedule on a Saturday, which is Sunday for me, I know, super confusing, but if you're in the US or Canada, catch around midday Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I do my home studio Q&A show, and then as soon as that's done, jump on over to Glenn's channel, catch his album launch premiere, and then Glenn and Jade will be chatting about it on Jade's channel, and then you can come on back for my happy hour. So yeah, you got a full day, either Sunday morning if you're here in Australia, Saturday afternoon for those in the US and Canada, and a Saturday evening for folks in the UK and Europe. And I should say Sunday morning for our New Zealand friends. So if you're across the Tasman, you can go and check that out. And there is Glenn's album premiere happening tomorrow. So yeah, that's good. Gary, because I'm here, we must be almost over. Exactly. We were just waiting for you to get here so that we could finish up. No, we got a few more tracks here. So let's jump in. We'll jump back to the emails and find our next song. Put that one in our done pile. Someone who impresses me every time I see that. They don't even have a sentence about the song. And that's okay. I'm giving them a leave pass, because an artist that I've only got to know through doing this song, and now I am a genuine fan of this artist, is an artist named Wingy. And I'm going to play a Wingy track here. This was a brand new song from Wingy called One and Only, featuring Light Flower. And this one, again, it's only been released a few days ago, getting a heap of buzz, getting a heap of attention. I deliberately haven't listened to it until right now, so we're going to listen to it together. This is Wingy with One and Only here on Your Music Live.
You tell me that you love me, but what's the price I've gotta pay to be your one and only? Your one and only. It's getting hard to breathe when I'm with you. I don't know what to do. Butterflies in my body. You make me lose my mind. I try to be fine without you, but I think I need you. Broken hearts without you, my life would be so blue. You tell me that you love me, but what's the price I've gotta pay to be your one and only? Your one and only.
Honey hard and I'm gripping your waist. Let's get close, don't need no space. Like a 45, I'll keep you safe. Just live in a moment, no time, no way. You ask me what I want, well the answer is you. I'm cheating every test, baby, hope the answer's true. You barely trust me from the shit that I do. Believe me when I say my heart belong to you. I'd be nocturnal if you were my son.
Very, Very cool. Very smooth indeed, as SM Borthwick says. Yeah, like Wingy's production, so solid, such a great vibe, and very different, very diverse. We've played, I think, 3 Wingy tracks over the 22 shows, and everything is a bit different. Everything's slightly different. We've got some comedic elements. We've got some more R&B flow. Obviously, having a featured artist here has changed it up again a little bit. And as Tom says here, it's simple because the vocal is such high quality and the production is great. It works really well. Yeah, it's a bit. I mean, again, I hate comparing to artists, but it's a little bit Billie Eilish. So you've got that kind of simplified female vocal arrangement with. And the thing is, though, it sounds simple, but there's probably a lot of tracks in there just adding the layers and making it sound like it's simple. Sometimes simple is literally just simple. Sometimes you have a few layers, and when you actually start peeling them back, you realize there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Yeah, Wingy is amazing. Yeah, there you go. Dizzle said, my daughter just asked if this was Billy. Very similar, isn't it? Like, again, it's a very modern sound because there's a lot of artists, not a lot sounding like this, but it's a very modern sound. It's what pop music has become, which is cool because I can dig it. Like, I dig this sort of pop music better than the pop music of 10 years ago, that's for sure. So yeah, check out Wingy in the description. I'm going to have to actually put it in there. I've realized that I didn't actually write it. Wingy, and that one was one and only, featuring Lightflower, which I'm typing as we speak. So yes, as I revealed before, I have ordered myself a Mac. It's the first Mac I will have ever owned, and I'm looking forward to it. But I ordered the Mac Mini, which doesn't come with anything. It's just the box. And then I'm like, oh crud, I don't think I have a Mac keyboard. Luckily, I have this, which I use for my iPad, which is also Mac compatible via Bluetooth. So this has the Mac keys on here, your function key and your command key and your whatever else. So I do have a Mac keyboard. I have to use this one, at least in the interim. And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. I'll just pop down to Officeworks with a state in entire lockdown. No, I won't. So there you go. Fun times. All righty, go. Let's righty dokie, that's what I say, isn't it? Let's find another tune here because we've got some time for a couple more here in the show. Thank you for coming along. I know it's a different time, it's a different day, but I do appreciate it. Steve, g'day Steve. Hey Pete, thanks for all you do, mate. I've learnt so much from you. Well, thank you. Please consider this song for inclusion in a future video. I will and am. It's called Kisses, and it's a lovey-dovey song. You know, when you just want to consume all that good feeling, the fuzz. I do. When you want to feel warm down in the cockles. Maybe that should be my artist name, Warm in the Cockles. I do like a bit of... Oh, God. If you listen, I would rather do a different track, feel free. No, we'll play this track. So take care. Steve, you, who, me? Yes, let's bring this one up. Looks like a Spotify track. That's right. We'll play the Spotify version. It worked okay for us before, so this should work. Here we go. Oh, it's already started. Again, we can't get these apps that want to autoplay. Here we go. Let's take a listen to this one. This is Kisses from You, Who, Me. What a cool artist name. I like it. Let's take a listen to it live here on Your Music Live. Did he say, I want to lick your tongue? Dig it. Oh, love this. Great vibe. Agree. Very cool. Up my alley. Dig it. 90s vibe. Yeah, definitely a 90s vibe on that one. Very similar to the track we played right up front from Maffy's Garden from our buddy Matt. Yeah, it's got that 90s vibe. Or, exactly right, a bit of 70s, 80s. Because again, the 90s alt rock was influenced by the 70s punk rock. Like, everything's cyclical. Everything borrows from everything else. That's why when someone says to me, oh, this is just ripping off blah, I'm just like, yeah, probably, because everything is just ripping off someone. Like, don't stress so much about that. When I'll play a new song and I'll get paranoid because my wife's like, oh, is that a song by blah? And I'll be like, no, it's an original song. Are you saying I sound it? And I'm just like, relax. Just it's a homage. You're not ripping them off. It's a homage to the other band. Full on quality, absolutely. And there you go, early 60s with punk sounds. Yeah, it's a bit of that sort of 60s jingle rock vibe too, isn't it? Ticking along there. Patrick Chandler, how are you, my friend? Nice one there. Weezer-ish. Yeah, it's got a bit of an early Weezer vibe, doesn't it? A bit of Pinkerton album vibe going on from Weezer. Love it. Really like the nice punk rock, like the bass tone in particular. Yeah, and I like the bass tone. I like the drums. As you can see, I was drumming along to it there. I like the guitars, like the vocals. And the vocals were using a half note delay. So like when you've got a 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Normally you'll put a quarter note delay, like which is da 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 da, because it goes along with that. But if you do the half note, it's like da 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 da. Like it's a really cool effect. Not enough folks use a half note delay. It's usually eighth notes or quarter notes. Experiment with a half note delay, especially on vocals and guitars. It can sound super cool. So very nice. Caught the fade out. Yes, I know. We're finishing up here in just a moment. We've got 10 minutes to go here before we turn into pumpkins. Did I put that in the list? No, I didn't. Come on, Pete. Lift your game, son. I was too busy rocking out to actually put it in there, but we'll do it because we need to. And I like the artist name again, which is you, who, me. Okay. I don't know how you got that with that punctuation through whatever distributor you used, but yeah, well done. Well done for doing it. All right, we got time for 2 more songs. I'm going to pick one more from my list, and then, yes, I know, there's folks that are going to miss out here, but you'll stay in the list, and we'll bring it on for next week as well. So let's find this one. So Tony, g'day Tony, says, I'm trying to put all the music I wrote back in the 90s out there. Generally once a month I put something else up. I call myself Careless Wolf. That's the third wolf-related artist that we've seen either in the chat or that we've played here today. It's all about the wolves today. Any wolf fans in the house? Alrighty, let's bring this one on up here. Again, we've got about 10 minutes left. Thank you for being here. If you are getting value from the show, please hit the like button. That tells me that you like me. You really like... No, it's not about me. It tells me that I should keep doing these shows because I listen to you. I ask you what we should do. I did this show on a bit of a whim. It seems to have been really successful and everyone seems to really dig it. So I'll keep doing it as long as you like it and as long as you keep wanting me to do it and showcasing music. But let's jump in and take a listen to this one. So this is Careless Wolf with Moonlit and Wandering, and we're going to play it live here. Second to last, the penultimate track on Your Music Live. Let's do it.
I saw the moonlight as it slowly drifts by me. I remember the way in my heart I lost forever, but in my mind it couldn't stay. So softly I threw it away. Run through the sky, absolutely saying goodbye, wishing you well from a cold dark hotel. Eyes muttering madness, reflecting the candles that wasted our time. So it lasted a moment we flew to the sky.
Very cool. Got some nice effects on the Epiphone there as a fellow Epiphone player. Love seeing someone doing some Epiphone action. Glenn Clark's liking it. A great song there. I like the wavy strum. You had some nice flanging chorus action going on there. Sounding pretty cool. Has so much potential. Yeah, bring it back. Bring back the 90s. Come on, bring it on back. Yep, says if I refresh the page, will songs be added to the list? Yeah, if you go down to the description, if you refresh it, all the links get updated. I'm hitting save as we go along. Kim says, is that a flanger? I don't know, I'm still learning. Sounds cool. Yeah, it's definitely some flange or some chorus or a bit of both on there. Sounding cool. Like the guitar tone with the phaser effect. Yeah, it could be a phaser, could be a micro phaser, some sort of phasing, flanging, chorusing thing. Sounded good. And one person a guitar is what it's all about. I know, and there's something about a solo electric guitar. Every time I see it, I think of Billy Bragg. Because that's someone who is, like, in my head is synonymous with standing up and playing just a electric guitar and solo voice, which is cool. Alrighty, let's continue on, shall we? In fact, let's finish up, shall we? So I'm going to play one more track, and I mentioned it before that we're going to play this as our closing number. Because, Glenn Clark has been a long-time supporter, friend of the channel, all-round top bloke from across the Tasman over there in New Zealand. And he has a new album coming out. And he has a song from his new album and a video that he created called Bruised. And that is the track that we're going to be playing here now. I've seen it everywhere online because I follow Glenn on Facebook and on YouTube and everywhere. And part of the Create, Record, Release group. I've deliberately not watched it, just so that I could watch it and listen to it for the first time here on the channel. So please put your hands together, your virtual hands together for the one and only Mr. Glenn Clark and his tune called Bruised. Let's listen on Your Music Live.
I saw you just standing, tears falling down your pretty face. He shook you, I stepped in, he raised his hand, you hid your face. If I could take your pain away, I would wear it for you. Broken love will leave you bruised, and that's no way to love you. I see your wall is breaking behind your eyes. I see you ache. He doesn't deserve you. It's not your fault that he's this way. If I could take your pain away, I would wear it for you. Broken love will leave you bruised, and that's no way to love you. That's no way to love you. The story keeps repeating. Your painted smile seems out of place. I had to defend you. I need to know that you'll be safe. If I could take your pain away, I would wear it for you. Broken love will leave you bruised, and that's no way to love you. That's no way to love you.
Glenn Clark, hitting it out of the park again. Tell you what, you built a rod for your back, Glenn, because I thought your last album was good, and I thought your last efforts at videos and the songs that you've been producing have been good. But sorry, mate, that's next level. You've lifted the bar on yourself. What can I say? How glad are you that you hung around for that, though, folks? Epic, great stuff from Glenn Clark. So, what you need to do is hang out tomorrow, right about this time, in fact. Join us again. It all kicks off with home studio Q&A. So get those questions ready, those curly home studio and mobile recording questions ready, and jump in to the show. That'll be kicking off at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 p.m. if you're in London or London adjacent, and in the evening around Europe. And, of course, early morning for those of us here in Australia. So we'll be kicking that off on Sunday. Not tomorrow, Sunday. Thank you, Pete. Get your stuff together, bud. Not tomorrow. 2 days' time. Thank you, Pete. But yeah, check the links, check the schedules, check all the gear. Jade is dropping those down here in the description. I'll make sure that I'm promoting it over on this channel and over on Facebook as well. If you're part of the Create, Record, Release group, you'll also get updates on everything that's going on. But tomorrow, tomorrow, I'm getting confused because I'm a day early. Tomorrow is going to be a 2-hour special of a Ask Me Anything. So if there's things you want to know about my new Mac that I just bought, about anything to do with home or mobile recording, about the name of my dog, it's Basil, sorry, spoiled that one for you, then you can come along and ask me anything tomorrow. And then, as I said, the following day, which is Sunday morning or Saturday afternoon, evening, is going to be the big one with Glenn Clark's premiere and interview, and then the happy hour after that. So, thank you, everyone. Please head on over to studiolivetoday.com. That place there, that's where you'll find all of the information you need, all the upcoming shows, all the links, all the gear guide, and all the ways that you can support the channel and get in touch with me here as well. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a like. If you didn't, thumbs down's fine. Just give me a reason. Give me a reason. Leave me a comment and tell me why you didn't like it. I'm getting a bit passionate. But that is going to do it for this one, please. Look after yourself, look after others, and keep on rocking. Take care, folks.